evening, everyone, and welcome to the Midweek War! I am Mad Mike. Y'all know who I am. We are here to talk Impact Wrestling, and with me, as always, is the man who puts up with Impact with I do, as long as I do, the voice of Inspire Pro Wrestling, Eamon Paton. How are you, sir?
I watched most of Impact, and I got caught up on the rest of it.
Yeah!
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah!
Oh, God, okay.
All right, so Eamon, what would be your word for Impact this week?
Really?
All right.
That's not just for one. That has multiple meanings this episode.
Okay. My word is going to be a hyphenated word, like a word that it's two words. Predictable, mostly.
Okay.
Mostly, because honestly, if you told me the matches on this, I could have told you exactly how it would have gone, except for one thing. All right. So Eamon, I know you were struggling a little bit with goods this week, so I will go with my good first, because I have a feeling we're gonna fight about it.
Okay, I love a good fight.
My good is Allie winning the Knockouts Championship. That's my good. Allie has been consistently the best performer in the Knockouts division, character-wise. She has the most character of anyone in that division.
This is true.
She's a great wrestler, even though she doesn't really get a chance to show it on TNA.
Right.
But I like the fact that her reaction was so genuine and amazing when she won.
I read about the promo she had backstage, and I feel like I would really enjoy that.
The promo was kind of great because they're all Maria, Sienna, and Allie were walking down the hallway, and Maria was like, "How did you not tell me about this Knockouts title match that Sienna has?" And Allie's very dodging of the question because she knows she's in the match.
Oh, okay.
And it's really, really kind of cool. Like, they're walking up, and she's like, "Well, Miss Maria, you have a lot of emails," and she's like, "I don't pay you to read emails. I pay you to find out." And it's really, really fun. And Billy Corgan comes out and reminds everyone that he's the president again.
Which I'll get to it later, but get to my point. What does being the leader of the Knockouts really mean then for Maria if she can just have this match made without her knowing?
Nothing. And that was Maria's point too, because they said something about how Gail Kim's thing is still in effect, that Gail gets a Knockouts title shot eventually. I'm like, okay, the stuff with Gail Kim is stupid, but Allie winning, I thought it was awesome. I thought it was cool, and it was on a show where I could have told you everything that was going to happen. This couldn't have called in a million years, and I was very happy with it.
Yeah.
I think they could do something really, really fun with it because Allie, like we've said, is the best character in that division, and she can really change how we view the Knockout style.
My thing is this, and I agree with you on all those points. And I'll say this now because it's not my bad for this week. Because like you said, I do like Allie, and I think good for her because she deserves it because she, like you said, she has the best character right now in the Knockouts. I think I would have done it differently. I would have built more to it because they've been starting to tease some tension with her and Maria. But I would have built more to her finally, like Maria finally ousting her, Allie going in like, you know what, I'm going to have to prove myself. And honestly, I would rather them build to a match with Sienna and Allie at Bound for Glory, with the idea of being like, say, Allie's like training to compete or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then they have the match at Bound for Glory, and that's where Allie wins.
Okay, I think we can still do that though. I think I think we can do something fun that like Allie's been thrust into this. And
to me, it just kind of hurt. I know she didn't take the pin in the match, but it also hurt Sienna a bit. And this is the second time in a row that a Knockouts title reign has been really underwhelming.
Yeah, okay, I'm with you on that. But honestly, Sienna hasn't been the strongest character. Like, they haven't given her a lot to do.
That's only because they haven't let her be a strong character.
Yeah, but I think this could actually help Sienna. I think
hope
this
so.
good. I think this good because I think you're going to get more segments with them. Like, I could see Sienna training Allie. Like, and I think that could be really fun. Because there was one point in the match where Sienna wanted to do a double suplex with Allie. And Allie had no idea how to hook a suplex. It was amazing. Like, I really, really dig this character. I really think she's kind of like corporate Santino when Santino first showed up.
No, I think it's great. Again, I love her character. I think it's really great. Just would have done it differently. But
okay, that's fair. I'm giving the benefit of the doubt because I like the performer involved, and I think we might be getting Allie versus Sienna at Bound for Glory. Because I think Gail Kim and Maria is going to be a match at Bound for Glory if they can convince Maria to wrestle. I really think that's going to be the Bound for Glory match. I know it doesn't seem like that now, but I think it is. All right. So, Eamon, what will be your good this week?
My good for this week is going to go to Moose, just for the fact that it seems like he'll be leaving Mike Bennett.
Oh, you think so? I don't.
At least from what I read. At least from what it's.
Yeah, no, I don't think
it's been teased. It's been teased.
It's been teased, but I don't think that's happening.
Maybe, but Moose is better than Moose is honestly a really good acquisition for TNA. I don't think they should use him as like a lackey. Like, there's no reason to do that.
But they do need to give him a mouthpiece.
Yeah, but
yeah, and I think that's why they're not splitting him up with Bennett yet, because Bennett won the Battle Royal, which we'll get to. But I think Moose still helps him wins the TNA title.
It's possible.
Because Lashley versus Moose is clearly the match they want to do, but they ain't going to do that for the belt. They ain't going to do that for the belt at all. Yeah. That's not going to be a thing. All right, so we'll go into my bad. My bad. Oh. There were a few things I didn't like on this show. I'm going to go to the Battle Royal.
Okay. The really stacked Battle Royal.
Oh, my God. Like,
I was really hoping for Bobby Lashley versus Molly Shira. I was really hoping for that.
All right. The only good thing about the Battle Royal is, and Eamon, this is going to shock you what I'm about to say.
Okay.
Lashley is better on commentary than Pope.
That doesn't surprise me.
Like, and Lashley is running down every person in the Battle Royal.
No, and
honestly, it was amazing.
In fairness, that's what he's good at. He's good at running down other people. He is. But that's because he doesn't know. Like I've mentioned before, in like actual promos where he has to give, he can't give and take.
Yeah.
But when he's just talking shit on commentary, yeah, that's fine. Like I'm not surprised by that at all. Like, particularly also because Pope sucks, so whatever.
But it was nice that they actually had Pope leave. Like, I know how this ends up, Daddy, and he walked out. But basically, the Battle Royal, it was a tag team showcase. With, like, this is a Battle Royal to go against your world champion. Your world champion. Do you want to know a list of the guys that weren't in this match for a chance at the world championship?
One of them was Eli Drake.
No,
right?
Eli Drake was in the match.
Was he?
Yeah.
Okay, I can't remember the list.
Yeah. But here are the guys who weren't in that: Matt, Jeff, EC3, Drew. I mean, they had a match later tonight, but still.
EC3 has a title shot as well.
But I mean, he could lose it. Like Abyss, Crazy Steve, anyone from the X Division.
Yeah.
Like DJZ has been saying he wants to beat Lashley. He actually cut a really great promo this week. Why the fuck wasn't he allowed? Like, it was an open Battle Royal.
He's too busy fighting for a bout that doesn't mean anything anymore.
Like, and I'm sorry, the guy that is TNA's newest, hottest acquisition, who has said he wants to come to TNA because it has opportunities and he wants to be a world champion, Aron goddamn Rex, who we
Opportunities to be
haven't seen wrestle yet.
opportunities to be a referee.
That's
the opportunity he's looking for.
He's literally been hired to be a referee at this point. He has not wrestled a single match in TNA.
Yeah. So I know of referees as well, going back to the knockout stick. My bad goes to Earl Hebner. Allie wins the belt, and he just lays it on her.
Well,
just, here you go.
Yeah,
now you're, presenting it to her. Literally, just dropping it and being like, my job's done.
Yeah.
I did everything I need to do.
But I wasn't done talking about the battle.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's all right. It was just... I joked last week that I'm like, oh, Ben's just going to win the Battle Royal. And there was literally no one else in that match that could have won it.
Mm-hmm.
There was nobody else. Maybe Moose. But even then, I'm like, Moose ain't going to win.
Even Eddie Edwards doesn't look like a viable person to win it.
No.
And he's challenged for the belt.
And where's Davey? Didn't Davey come back at that show with Eddie Edwards?
I guess.
Is he still not injured? Why did he even show up then? I don't understand this at all. This is for a shot for your world championship. Everyone should be in that match. Al Snow should have been in that fucking match.
Al Snow would have had a better shot than a lot of people.
It just... So what? You have a few guys pull some double duty.
They're already pulling triple duty.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a battle royal. It's not that strenuous of a match.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just... That battle royal looked weak as shit. I don't even think there were 15 people in it.
Yeah, I just read the list. I think it was 10. I read the list of people, and I was just like, really? That's it?
Yeah, because it was the Tribunal, which they teased the Tribunal split. I'm like, what?
They just came together, and they came together as a tag team.
And they have not done anything since. And Grado and Shira were there.
Bromance.
Eli Drake, who I'm like, okay, this can be cool. They could give Eli Drake a shot. Nope. Dummy. Yeah.
Why would they?
Yeah. Who else was in it? I don't even remember.
Eddie Bennett.
Wow. Yeah, just that was the entire Battle Royal. That was it. It wasn't even the TNA Gauntlet thing where it's two guys start, whoever gets eliminated and their guy comes out. It wasn't even like that. It was all guys in the ring at the same time. There were so many people that should have been in this. Matt Hardy should have been in that match.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy should have been in. Aron Rex should have been in. Abyss should have been in. Rockstar Spud should have been in that match.
Mm-hmm.
DJ Z should have been in that match.
It makes me really wish, what I wish they would have, I mentioned, they wish they would have done last week, dissolve both the King of the Mountain and the X Division belt. Really, at this point, who cares? Take all those X Division guys, give them actual stories, put them in your regular singles division, and they'll be better for it.
Yeah. All right. So your bad is Earl Hebner?
No, that was a slight bad.
Okay.
My bad for this week. Hey, Mike.
Yeah.
Remember last week when you theorized that Bound for Glory would be Broken Matt against Brother Nero?
Uh-huh.
And remember when I told you I read ahead and said that that's not what's happening?
Uh-huh.
You know what's happening?
Broken Matt versus Brother Nero?
Nope.
Oh, no.
It's them against Decay.
Oh, man. So... all right,
and the story is all about them wanting to kidnap Maxwell. Apparently.
Mm-hmm. Well, see, Matt Hardy had a premonition. I'm like, if you don't say your premonition out loud, they're not going to get the idea to kidnap your son.
Yeah, that's. It's kind of not a smart move. All
right, and I want to say this. I figured out my problem with the Hardy stuff.
Uh-huh.
I figured it out. And Matt Hardy broke it himself. Or rather, Chris Jericho did. So I listened to the Jericho podcast with Broken Matt Hardy on it.
Mm-hmm.
Parts of it are very entertaining. But Jericho, I'm not sure if this just came off the top of the head to him or if they had talked about this beforehand. But he mentioned that him turning Jeff into Brother Nero is very much like turning Theon Greyjoy into Reek on Game of Thrones.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized that's exactly where he got the idea from, because it's the exact same thing except without genital mutilation.
Cool.
And and
as someone who doesn't watch Game of Thrones, kind of wish they would just do that.
just a genital mutilation of Jeff Hardy.
Why not?
Basically, and it completely kills the idea for me. It completely kills it
because you know what's gonna happen, or
no, it's just because now it doesn't seem clever. It doesn't seem inventive. It doesn't seem original.
It just feels like he stole something from.
And they're doing it badly, because on that show,
yeah.
well, no, I'm serious. Like if you look at Theon Greyjoy when he first showed up on the show, and then you look at what Reek became on the show, they are two different characters. They are completely different characters. Like, and I'm not even talking about the genital mutilation stuff. Like, Matt Hardy, like, fuck, I can't think of his name. Ramsay Bolton. He tortures Theon Greyjoy. This goes over like a season and a half on that.
He
show.
mows his lawn weird and stuff like that.
No, well, yeah, no, but he legit tortures him. Makes him do all sorts of things, makes him turn against his friends, all sorts of crazy stuff, and he forces Theon Greyjoy to do all this horrible, awful shit. And meanwhile, you watch the Jeff Hardy Abyss match, and I'm just calling him Jeff Hardy now because that's what he is.
Might as well.
He's Jeff Hardy with one weird color contact in.
Uh-huh.
He still has the same gear. He sings his own theme music. He should come out to no theme music, just a flashing word obsolete. He shouldn't even have the name Brother Nero, because Brother Nero is an identity. It actually links to the name Jeffrey Nero Hardy. If you want to delete someone, you just call him obsolete. That's his name.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Theon just called him Reek. And he would have Reek talk about his former Greyjoy brothers and sisters, and just and Reek would just, no, I don't know them. I'm Reek. And I'm Jeff Hardy should just be calling himself obsolete. That should be his name. Obsolete Mule. Don't try to be cute with it. Don't try to be funny. Just Broken Matt Hardy is teaming with obsolete.
I just really love that, the fact that this realization's happened, and not just with you, but now that it's kind of like you mentioned the thing on the podcast and stuff like that. I love that it before it's well, Matt, even if it was, whatever people thought, if it was good or bad, everyone's well, Matt's doing something different. They're doing something different,
Mm-hmm.
Something different, and we can appreciate for that. And then now everyone realizes this, and they're and the reaction you had, oh, it's just a shittier version.
Yeah, because they're not going full board with it. They're not going full board with it. And if they go full board with it, and Jeff Hardy truly eliminates everything about his identity, because he even called out to the creatures. I'm no, fucker.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this is part of the process. I haven't read ahead or anything like that. If this is part of the process, and it eventually does where Jeff Hardy has no identity. And if he starts wrestling in a black singlet, which would be awesome, just a black singlet that says obsolete. You need to go full on with it. I understand Jeff Hardy.
Have him. People wouldn't like it or whatever, but whatever. If you're actually going to commit to this thing, have him cut his hair.
Yeah.
Have a normal haircut, no makeup, nothing.
You're
you
right.
Said, a black singlet that says obsolete.
You're right, Eamon. That you hit the nail on the head. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. It's because he still has the stupid.
He still looks like Jeff Hardy.
Yeah, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. Even if he just came out in the pants that he normally wears, I'd be okay with that. But he still just looks like Jeff Hardy. You're absolutely
right. Have him come out in his fucking 1995 jobber gear.
Oh my. That is perfect. That's a brilliant idea. That's a brilliant idea because then it deletes the whole Jeff Hardy identity, and he's just
Yep.
oh,
He's just the dude that jumped to Razor Ramon on Raw.
Oh my god, I love that. That's really, really good. That is really, really good.
I will say the other thing I hate about this, and it's not spoiler really, because I think it's also kind of obvious if you look at this thing that they're building towards. So we have Jeff and Matt going up against Decay, who has Abyss, Crazy Steve, and Rosemary.
Yes.
What's off here?
Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to see Reby back on TV. I don't want to see Reby back on TV. I do have a question.
Though. Also, by the way, if Maxwell's used in an actual spot in the fucking Bound for Glory match, I've lost all respect for them. Like, I'm sorry, that's a fucking baby. That's a legitimate baby.
I highly doubt that. I highly doubt that.
Oh, I don't.
No. I think we might get like a prop baby, like we did.
They're just gonna repurpose the one.
Yeah. No. I think there might be a prop baby, like they did with the like where it looks like Maxwell, but it's not Maxwell.
Yeah.
I could see them doing that again, which I'd be okay with because that was fine.
How sad I got that video that Matt Carlin shared of that indie promo promoting that indie match that Matt was having with Reby, Senior Benjamin, and Maxwell, where Maxwell's doing the delete motion with him. Yeah, I felt so sad. I'm like, that's a kid. Like, that's a kid that's gotten scarred. Like, this is, you know what I mean? Like,
and you know what? That match is happening 20 minutes away from me. I'm not going. I mean, I have work. Even if I didn't, I'm not going.
So yeah, that's my bad. Also, so how is Bram gonna?
I was gonna say that was gonna be my question. Where the fuck is Bram? Like, I thought
he's in the back of a BMW.
I thought the whole thing was that Decay was gonna show up on hard camera side, so Jeff and Matt are distracted, and then Bram was gonna show up from behind both of them and just assault them, which would have been awesome, like a zombie Bram, like we see like a like a decayed out Bram, like something like that they did something to him where he's on their side now and he's part of Decay, and he just destroyed them. Like, that would have been awesome. But Eamon, can I ask you a very important question here? Sure. Who are the faces?
Fuck if I know.
Okay.
The faces, honestly, the face of the Hardys, which shouldn't be happening.
Nope, shouldn't be happening at all.
Because they're chanting obsolete and they're chanting, delete it and stuff like that. But Matt Hardy shouldn't be cheered.
Nope, he shouldn't be. He's literally trying to destroy his brother.
But also, what have Decay done to be heels, though?
Nothing. And I'm sorry, Abyss. Hi, it's Mad Mike here. I'm a friend. I really like the Joseph Parks stuff. I like your early work. This Decay thing, buddy. It's not working. Yeah, I have some advice for you. I'm pretty sure you have their numbers. Call Jimmy, Bobby, Eric, Austin, Joe, AJ. Just give them a buzz, and you only have to ask them one question. What's your bank account like these days?
No,
I'm pretty sure you're going to like their answer, and guess what? You could make that your answer. Please go to NXT. Please, I'm really I feel bad for you at this point because Abyss has so much potential. Like, he's a really, really good wrestler, a very good character, a lot of promo ability. You are being wasted in this role. Like, completely wasted. We could have had anyone join Crazy Steve to do Decay. Anybody. Like, Mandrews could be in Decay. And it would... Fucking Mahabali Shira. or Grado or one of the Tribunal guys. They could all be in Decay and could do the exact same thing you're doing right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just want Abyss to leave TNA. Like, you've overstayed your welcome at this point.
Look at Bobby Roode left like not too long ago, and is one of the most over guys right now. Like, look at that.
Yeah,
I'm sorry,
and it only took 3 weeks.
I can't tell you, like imagine anybody watching Takeover that works for TNA in a wrestling position, who's worked with Bobby, watching his entrance, watching his match, and thinking, "Oh shit!" Like,
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
I mean, unless you're on the upper echelon TNA, like the Hardys,
they don't need it.
They don't need it. Honestly, I think they work well for TNA.
Yeah.
Like, I don't, especially like all the things they're doing now, but they work well for TNA. Lashley is doing fine in TNA. EC3, as much as I would love to see him on a bigger platform, he wouldn't be EC3 anymore.
He's almost better on. I would say I agree. He's almost a bit better in the TNA platform because he has a bit more control.
Yeah, like the only way you could bring that character over is if the company completely folded.
Yeah,
which is not going to be happening now because TNA Wrestling sponsored by Smashing Pumpkins. By the way, we should call it that every week now.
Did you? I'll tell you about it later.
But like Drew Galloway, he's not my favorite guy, but he's found a good home in TNA. But someone like Abyss, you gotta leave. They don't know how to use you anymore. They're just using you now because you're one of the originals. That's the only reason. Like, you have to grow, you have to improve, you have to get better. You won't be able to do that in TNA anymore. All right. So my change this week. My change is, as much as I really like the DJZ promo,
it's for the wrong title.
It's for the wrong title. It's timed wrong. They should have had this promo before the Lashley DJZ match. I mean, just this all seems backwards. Because like, he's cutting a promo on Lashley. I'm like, the X Division title's right there, dude.
That's one thing. If I can revise my word for this week's TNA, it would be backwards.
Okay.
If say whatever you want about it's bad, I think a lot of their stuff is backwards. Like that stuff with DJZ, I think the stuff with Galloway's backwards. Like,
I don't necessarily think that. I think the Galloway stuff is okay.
He turns and gets really aggressive and beats up Aron Rex when he loses clean, as opposed to the 3 times he's been fucked over.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that Aron Rex was going to somehow cost him the belt.
Right.
And we get Sandow as a heel, which makes more sense.
If it's just like some weird miscommunication, something or other. But from what
he gets knocked down and doesn't see like a pin or a tap out or something like that.
Right, something like that. But like, from what I read, it was a clean match.
Yeah, it was squeaky clean. It was actually a good match too. Like, all credit to them, it was a good match. But
that's not the match for Galloway to do that, though.
No, and it doesn't make sense. Like, there was no need for a special referee to be in that match. There was no need at all. Like I think Josh said it after the first commercial break. Like, and Aron Rex is the guest referee. And I guess the best thing we can say about him is we haven't talked about him at all this whole match. And I'm like,
yeah, because you don't need him.
Yeah, it's like, dummy. Yeah, yeah, because referees are not supposed to be talked about in a match. Like, Aron Rex didn't have any affinity one way or other towards either guy. Like, I thought he was going to turn on Drew. Personally, I thought he was going to turn on Drew, and I thought he was going to be a heel. Drew's going to be a face, and they're going to go into Bound for Glory. Right. It looks like they're still doing that, but with the roles reversed. So, like your word, backwards.
Mm-hmm. But yeah.
Also, one other minor change. There should not have been that little drinking summit and the match on the same show.
Yeah, they don't know how to space that out.
There's no point. Like, I'm sorry. Next week is, I guess they're calling it Turning Point. You get Lashley versus Bennett.
And
the X Division match, and that's where you should have had Galloway and EC3.
Yeah,
like it seems like they just want to do some sort of heavily produced segment per show now because the Final Deletion did so well. I'm like, listen, you don't need one of those every week. You need them when they make sense.
Do it when it works. Yeah, do it when it works.
Mm-hmm.
Do it when it makes sense. And also, now that the Galloway EC3 stuff is finished, and EC3 is clearly the number one contender, there's no point in having the Battle Royal.
Nope.
There's no point in making a new number one contender.
Well, and I told you this weeks ago.
I understand what you're saying, but in theory, from a kayfabe perspective, there's no point to have a number one contender. You know who's challenging Lashley next.
Well, the reason they did the number one contender thing, and I think it still makes sense in the context. Last week when Lashley threw down the titles, and he said, "You know what? I'm just going to take my world championship and go home. I'll see you Bound for Glory." And then they're like, "Oh no, you can't just disrespect our titles and then walk out and expect to see us in a month and a half. We're making you defend that belt."
Right.
And I get that. That's it makes your the kayfabe head of your company actually look strong.
Yeah.
And it makes them not look like idiots.
Keep in mind though, if Bennett loses next week, how pointless is this?
Bennett's not losing next week.
Are you sure?
I'll guarantee it. Unless you've read ahead. I
haven't.
Okay. I'm going to. It's Mad Mike's lock of the week.
But then again, we were convinced they actually had something to do with Lashley winning all those belts, and they didn't.
I wasn't necessarily convinced about that. I had an idea that they were going to do something with it, but they didn't.
I just can't trust them at this point. I can't.
That's fair.
But if Bennett loses, what is the point of one?
Oh God! If Bennett loses, what is the point of Bennett?
Of Bennett, of having the Battle Royal, and of Lashley throwing the belts down.
Yeah, oh no, Eamon, is this
because if
Lashley versus Bennett? I mean, is this building to Bennett versus Moose? Oh,
I don't know.
I really don't want to see that.
But if Lashley, I don't really appreciate it. But if I kind of get it, if they had Lashley throw the belts down to instigate them starting a Battle Royal to have Bennett challenge Lashley and then Bennett win. Then I'm like, okay, you tried to make something work here. Right. If Bennett loses, you had him throw down two of your titles for nothing.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can see, and I don't want this to happen. Mm-hmm. I want to state publicly, I don't want this to happen. Billy Corgan screws over Lashley. Billy Corgan screws over Lashley and gives it to Bennett because Bennett and...
That would make sense because it would make sense to why he was all close to Ben and Maria for the longest time, but then wasn't.
Yeah. I want to. I can't stress this enough.
No, it wouldn't be good.
I don't want this to happen. I'd rather just have Moose help Bennett win, and Bennett will say, "Listen, after I dispose of EC3 at Bound for Glory, which I've always done, I'll give you a title shot, Moose, if you just help me this one last time."
Can I just say that sounds very similar to EC3 Tyrus last year?
That's because it's the exact same thing, Eamon. It's the exact same thing. It's the exact same fucking thing. TNA has done. I want to track TNA 2015 and TNA 2016. Guess what? We've had a tournament for the championship. Mm-hmm. We've had we've had multiple exhibition matches with the whole division in. We have the CC3 Tires thing.
Yep.
Oh man,
fun stuff.
They're just redoing everything at this point. They really are. They're redoing all of it.
Yeah.
Dummy, yeah.
Yeah. My change for this week, like I said in the opening, prolong the Allie thing, make it last a little bit longer, build to something,
Okay.
have her beat Sienna at Bound for Glory.
You know what? If they had pushed her as an actual wrestler, I agree with you. But because of
I'm not saying that. I'm saying she can still be still play off the character of her not knowing anything about wrestling, but then she gets broken off from Maria. Like Maria kicks her out or something big, and the gimmick is that she trains to become a wrestler.
Okay. I mean, I still like the way they did it. I'm hopeful they'll do something fun with it.
Didn't they do something similar to that for some storyline in the past? I can't remember. Where somebody started training specifically for a match who wasn't a wrestler.
Who wasn't a wrestler? Oh man, I'm trying
It's
to
probably
think.
happened before. Actually, it reminds
I'm sure it's happened before, but I can't think of it happening.
This is a poor example, but it reminds me of the when Christy Hemme had that WrestleMania match with Trish.
No, actually, I'd say it's a pretty good example.
Yeah, because she was like, "I'm not a wrestler."
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good example, actually.
And then Lita came in and was like, "I'll train you."
Yeah.
To build to this match,
Yeah, no, I think that's actually a pretty good example. Yeah, they could do something like that. Like, you know who I'd like to see Allie hook up with to train to be a wrestler? And
Gail.
And no.
Well,
no. I want less Gail Kim on my TV.
That's fair, but
no, but I'm trying to tie in storylines. Raquel.
Okay.
No, okay. I'm serious. Make Raquel matter again because she's supposed to be like a wrestling guru. You know, that's what she was brought in for the romance.
I don't know if she's supposed to be a wrestling guru.
Well, all right, some kind of training guru.
Because
obviously
she's also a not great wrestler. So
yeah, but I think it would be cool to because right now the bromans are not being used. Raquel is there for no reason. This would give her purpose again, and it would give Robbie, Jesse time to interact with Allie, and I think those interactions would be amazing.
Yeah. Something like that. Anything like that, I feel would be better than just putting the belt on her in a fluky way and kind of burying Sienna almost in the process, I feel.
By the way, now has everyone in the division held that belt once except for Maria?
Everyone except Marty.
I was gonna say I didn't remember if Marty was champion.
Marty and Maria are the only two that haven't held it.
Yeah. Okay. So now Oh no, Eamon! I just realized something. Maria's gonna make Allie lay down, isn't she?
So
that's what's gonna happen, isn't it? I'm giving them so much credit for doing the Allie thing, and it was all gonna be a big plan of Maria for Allie to win the belt, and she's just gonna have Allie lay down, and Maria's gonna be a champion, and it's gonna be Maria versus Gail at Bound for Glory for the
Mike, where do you rank TNA?
Well, I was gonna rank it number 2 until I thought of that. All right, you know what? Presently, I will rank it number 2.
Okay.
However, and I'm saying this now.
Upon recent realizations.
If what just happens, what I just said will happens, and Allie lays down for Maria, and Maria becomes the Knockouts champion, TNA will be ranked number 10th that week. I will make sure to watch 6 or 7 other wrestling shows. I'll even watch the episode of That 70s Show with The Rock on it if I have to. It will be ranked 10th that week. Because TNA, this is the olive branch I'm lending you. Allie is a great wrestler. She's a great performer. She's your best talent on the Knockouts roster. If you do this, you will be dead to me.
Hey, Mike. Yeah. They can't hear you because they already taped stuff.
Eamon? TNA doesn't use logic, and neither should you. But
My lips are sealed.
oh god, fuck, god damn it, dummy, yeah, yeah. All right, Eamon, where can the good people of the internet find you?
They can find me on Twitter at please. They can also check out Inspire Pro Wrestling on Twitter at Inspire Pro Res. September 25th, we have an event featuring TNA Knockout Jade that you should check out. So go check that out. Former Knockouts champion for a period. Go check that out. InspireProWrestling.com.
All right, you can find me at MadMike4883 on the Twitter machine. You can also hit up the hashtag MM when I live tweet stuff on the Mayhem Show Twitter page. Also, join our Facebook group. Again, we're begging you. If you think we're wrong about Impact or if you think we're too hard on it, please tell us why. And please don't tell me that. Please don't tell me that's going to happen. All right, for Eamon Paton, I'm Mad Mike. This has been your Midweek War.